What's up, Imperial Assault fans? So we're live today. Happy President's Day. I got off work today. We're gonna be just practicing some meta lists, I think. I had somebody say they wanted to practice against Ugnaughts earlier, but I'm playing against ICIO right now. He says definitely no Ugnaughts, so I'm totally fine with that too. I actually really don't like playing them, but sometimes you need to whip them out just to make sure you know how to play them and know how to beat them. But yeah, I agree that it's not necessarily a fun thing to do. Um, he says he's got a new Imperialist. I think I need more practice with this IG Sentries list, maybe. Um, I, I really need practice with Imperial droids, I think. I don't think Imperial droids is a top tier list, but hmm. I also need to put together a Imperial brawler list sometime because those are really popular. I'm gonna go with the IG-88 Sentries list, I think, for now. I'm gonna put together an Imperial brawler list later today, I think. For the sake of the stream, I like to put these scorecards a little closer so I can zoom in. Don't know why they need to spread everything out, although it is nice for putting uh, your command cards down on the board and stuff. Okay, let's just get organized here with this. So, this goes over here, goes right here. All right. Put more space here. Okay, we're good. And the dice, of course. Okay, so let's just roll initiative real quick. I start with initiative. I'm not sure which side is necessarily better on this map. I think both sides have advantages. He's running a brawler list, so I think I might take the bottom this time. Uh, Brawlers want to come up through the bottom, but if you open this door, then they don't have any way to come up. Um, and my list is definitely more sniper oriented. I think I'll have a disadvantage on this top hallway. This top hallway's kind of got a lot of nooks to hide in. Meanwhile, the bottom hallway is way more open. So I feel like this deployment zone is easier to defend against brawlers. So I'm gonna take the bottom. Now, again, this is my least played map. I am running Hera, which means everyone's getting a little bump. I think my focus targets are going to be Greedo and a sentry, or maybe both sentries. Uh, I'm gonna have to open a door down here to make this bottom deployment zone worth it. And I am playing very aggressive with this deployment, putting them up as far as I can. But I'm gonna want to take shots and then retreat. By the way, this is the map with where you can pick up crates. His list, I think, is better for objectives. I think I'll keep Gideon kind of further back. Gideon, he's not going to be moving a lot because he's focusing and pushing and stuff. And it's not like he needs to be next to people, so there's no reason to push him up. As long as he has good lines of sight, he should be okay. In fact, I could start with Gideon down here. That would be perfectly reasonable. Although, I'm going to be pushing these 3 units up. I don't want to block Gideon's line of sight at all. So, I played this map the other day against JJ, I think. And he showed me that there actually are a couple places with Greedo that you can get line of sight to your enemies and avoid slow on the draw. Like, for instance, if Greedo's right here in this spot and he's shooting down this hallway, he can get line of sight, but it's a lot harder to get line of sight to him. And there's a couple places on the map that are like that. That's the same situation, I think. Let's see. Somewhere over here you can do that too. I think, oh yeah, from here shooting down this way. So there's a couple tricky spots that you can maybe sneak in a shot with Greedo. From here shooting down this way. Of course from here shooting this way because this here is a wall. I think from here you got line of sight down into here, and it's hard to draw line of sight back. So actually, when I first analyzed this map, I was thinking, Greedo is not great on this map, but he actually has a couple tricky spots. You just kind of have to be familiar with the map, and that just requires practice. So. Okay, I got initiative. I have 7. Actually, you know what? I have devious. Forgot about that. And I think I don't have black market. I think I just added that by accident. Oops. Now here, highlight all these, and then reveal them all. And I'll zoom back in. That close. Okay. Let me just make sure that I have 40 points, because I'm not totally sure. 22, 26, plus 5 is 31, 35, 38, 39, 40. Okay, yeah. And then move up, 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 up. Up, up. We're good to go. So yeah, Gideon's kind of blocked, but I'm gonna be moving my Jawa and Hera, so he should be okay. Alright, I've drawn Tough Luck, Assassinate, and Take Initiative. Take Initiative's worthless right now, but uh, Tough Luck is good against riots, although that won't be good for a while because I'm planning on them not being in range of anything for at least a round and a half. Hopefully 2 rounds. And Assassinate is good, obviously, but I'm not going to waste that on a riot that can just get reinforced. So even though Assassinate's a 3-point card, this is not the best starting hand, to be honest, because you want cards in your starting hand that you can use right away, and it looks like I'm not going to be able to use at least 2 of those cards anytime soon. If I can take out Blaze with Assassinate, that would be really good, but we will see about that. He is. So I think he discarded Urgency with Rule by Fear. He is, of course, running Zillow. So he's running cross training on the Jets, which cross training gives you Spies, right? Which is good because you can comms disrupt something. But cross training, I think, is better on the riots. The Jets, because of their agile ability, they always want to be rolling a black die because they can convert blocks to evades. If they roll a white die, there's only 3 sides that have a block on them. So their agile is a lot worse with a white die. So again, cross training makes you a spy, which is good, but it also lets you roll a white die only if you want to. It doesn't matter which groups are spies as long as you have some on the board. You want to get cross training or comms disrupt off. Okay, so already he's given me line of sight to this riot trooper here. I guess that was an officer push. I'm going to go ahead and open my door. So I have 2 choices. I can open my top door, or I can open my bottom door. They're both decent. 1, 2. I'm going to open my bottom door with Hera. That'll give me some more options, because I still have the Jawa left. So now if I want to, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I could go maybe assassinate this jet, or riot. But also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can get my sentries and Greedo up to this line here, which will give me line of sight pretty deep this way. 3PO is going to activate. It'll just focus riot. So I have to decide, do I want to open a door with the Jawa? I think I do, because that'll give me many more options for line of sight. Or I could go pick up a crate with a Jawa. I think that's a little bit more risky of a play, to be honest. I could push the Jawa up if I really wanted to, but I don't think I want to. I think I'll push up a sentry droid. Or maybe I'll push Greedo up. Greedo's really good against riots because slow on the draw doesn't do anything. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and activate his riots now, which is good because this guy was definitely hanging. Okay, actually, that's not a very safe spot. This spot is fine. It's great, actually. I mean, technically, I could push up a riot trooper to here and go 1, 2, 3 and shoot him. I think he's going to start playing really aggressively on me, probably. I think he wants to open a door with... He might want to open both sets of doors with his riots, to be honest. But I think the right play is to just start killing his riot troopers now. Alright, so where can I draw line of sight? This space here under the crate will have line of sight. That's about as good as I can do. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't have to push Greedo up to get that. And I am gonna focus Greedo, but for now let's and that's also within 3 spaces of Hera, which is nice. For now I'm gonna open the door, I think. That is gonna give him line of sight to the Jawa, but I don't really care about that. I'm really bad with exhausting my cards. Alright, I still have Gideon, Greedo, Sentries, and IG. Hera can do call the shots from 3 spaces away, which is actually amazing because any of these spots that I can get to with my sentries, she can do it, or this spot with Greedo. So lots of options there. I can push Greedo up to get a little bit better shot, but he is going to open his door, I think. Yep. This is going to let his jets come down. If he has like overrun or something, I'm going to have to split my dudes up by the start of next round. I am getting initiative back. Hopefully I grab negation just in case he draws take initiative. He does have spies, which means he can comms disrupt my negation. He also has interrogate with Blaze, which lets him see my hand, and if he wants to discard like assassinate, let's say, he could do that. Alright, so this riot here is pretty vulnerable now, so let's see where I need to be to get line of sight at him. Alright, so IG can get 2 shots from here, that's not gonna work. If I push IG up, I could get no. Actually, I there's no way I can get 2 shots off with IG. So no sense in pushing him up. I could push up this focused sentry and go 1, 2, 3, 4 and get a shot off here. But that's kind of spreading myself a little thin. This focused sentry wants to get the shot off on the riot. I think focusing both the sentries is the right play. I think I will actually push this riot up just to give myself some options. I could go for the yellow riot if I wanted to, or the blue riot. And then I will focus other riot trooper. Rito's gonna go next. So Blaze doesn't need to have he can miss and still interrogate. This is a pretty long range shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So all he needs is 1 surge, but he doesn't get it. So that's just nothing. Uh, 3PO adding distracting there really helped. Alright, so he's spread out. I want to win the fight down here. But if I commit to that now, he's probably going to avoid me and go up here. I think that's fine. Let's just do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and take a shot. You always have to check if they want to use their block token. I usually don't like to bleed. I think surge for +2 is better, so perfect. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 against 3 for 3 damage. Now I'm just gonna move back. Alright, there's a lot of ways I can kill this guy. I could do it with IG-88 pretty easily. I can do it with my sentries pretty easily. Actually, alright, I could, if I wanted to, assassinate this guy and add a damage with Hera. Yeah, it's too late for that, whatever. He's playing, I think, a little too cautiously with his jets. Alright, now I gotta choose. I think I want to go with IG-88. Although, 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to kill both sets of riot troopers. That would be optimal. can't get to me, really. Okay, so I get one more shot at this guy. I think I'll go with IG. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could get back to safety. But yeah, killing a whole group is really good. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna roll red, green, green. For 5 right now. Okay. So this is my last chance this round to use Assassinate. I think 2 damage is not quite enough. Then again, this riot's not really in position to do anything, so I just don't want him to reinforce is the problem. And I'm not going to be able to add anything with Hera, so right now we're looking at just 2 damage. Which means I need to do 5 more with my sentry, and Zillow is probably going to get tapped. He also can discard a card. Uh, so if I assassinate, he's probably going to block this guy off with jets. Uh, so whatever now. At least I still have it for later. I mean, he could draw Comms Disrupt or something. Alright. I have some choices here. Um, the first choice is easy. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and attack this guy. With 3 greens and a yellow. For massive, massive damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, toast. The other one's gonna go 1, 2, 3, and attack this guy. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. That would be 4. I need to reroll this. That's 8 against 3 with for 5. So that would be enough. He needs to discard. He's gonna tough luck. So just 3 damage there. If I draw Call the Vanguard, I can kill him before he plays anything. So I'm actually going to keep my dude up here so I can, if I get called a Vanguard, I'll be able to do that and retreat with him. Um, Otherwise, I'm going to activate him first and attack and then retreat. So either way, I want him back. Uh, Moving him back one doesn't really protect him from anything, except for one blue riot trooper. I mean, he could move his riots in, I guess. We each draw two. I didn't get Call the Vanguard, unfortunately, or negation. Kind of a rough start for me, but that's okay. So he probably will reinforce, which is pretty unfortunate. I Now I kind of wish that I had assassinated, but these are the types of things that teach you. So, like I said, I don't have start around. He's probably gonna reinforce or take initiative. Hopefully not both. Um, all right, one of these could be reinforcements. That would be really bad. He's already maybe gonna kill my sentry, which is really bad. Yes, I see it. No, God. Sorry, I get a little frustrated at the pace of Vassal sometimes. It can be just awfully slow. He should activate his blue riots. Um, Again, he still hasn't played reinforcements. We've been kind of waiting to see if he has it. Sorry for the speed of this game. I know it can be annoying. Uh, Alright, so he didn't have reinforcements, luckily. But he is maybe gonna kill this sentry. He's actually retreating with his riot. I think that's not a great play. He's trying to play the long game, and that guy's easily gonna get picked off by Greedo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna do that late in the round. For now, I have this set of sentries that wants to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I would prefer to finish off some jets. I don't want to leave the sentries out to dry. He was here. The crate was here. 1. So he's miscounting his movement. He has to move to here to get the crate. Okay, cool. Alright, my sentries are gonna go. 1. And he's going to do his little double tap. One, two, three, four. So 1, 2, 3. 3 pierce 2. Okay, so then just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4. 4 pierce 2, actually, because it's -1. 1, 2, 3, 4 pierce 2. My other one's going to use shared experience to get a focused shot off on one of these jets. So he actually taps Zillow. 2, 3, 4 to here, a little bit of safety. The other one's going to use shared experience. I would like to kill the elite, or the wounded one. I think that's the better choice. Let's see if I can draw line of sight from anywhere. So I can't move back and do it. I think I can't get it actually. So I'm gonna do it from here because Hera can add something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 range. Gonna reroll this. Okay, so right now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Pierce 2. Let's see if I have the range. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would be enough, and Hera's gonna add a damage. Alright, I know he doesn't have tough luck. If Hera's adding a damage anyway, I might as well try the reroll, so try to get the surge plus block side, or surge plus damage side, because if I get the 2 damage side, Hera just adds a surge, and if I get this side, Hera just adds damage, so perfect, awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 Pierce 2. Actually, hang on, let me think. So 1, 2, he can convert one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If he converts one, then I'm not using the pierce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That would be 7 against 6 or 6 damage. So Hera has to add a damage. Which, okay, that's fine. It's actually really good. Alright, a lot of damage stacking up on his side. This Gideon placement actually is pretty questionable. Because I can't focus anything. I figured I would be more in this hallway, but I kind of branched out a little bit. He really should have tried to kill this sentry with his blue riots. Now they're out of range of everything, so I'm not sure what he's gonna do now, but his officer needs to push some stuff in range before, but he also needs to activate his jets before they die. He's kind of in a tough spot. If he doesn't activate his B jets, IG's definitely gonna kill this dude right now. He gets 2 shots. I get 2 shots, that is. Um, he's activating his A group. He might have Grenadier or something. IG's in a pretty safe spot right now. He gets a block and an evade. That's amazing. Wow. Terrible roll. It's going to be 4 damage. Don't know where he's going to put this jet trooper. B1's still my primary target. Okay, so he blocks B1 off, but it's really fine. I can kill A1. So. With Assassinate, I could be able to kill both. We will try. He has tapped Zillow. He's going to take a card as strain instead of damage. He shows take initiative. Wait, he already used that. Gets rid of one of his reinforcements. Okay, he can't convert. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, pierce 1. I'm gonna assassinate him. One, two, three, 4 range. I'm gonna play Element of Surprise. He's negating it. And then I'm gonna roll red, green, green. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, pierce 1. So he can discard to block to cancel that. Now he really has to activate his B group. If Hera had mods, she would give him a damage, but she cannot. Element of Surprise saved him, or his negation saved him there, so good play on that negation. Definitely the right choice. He actually is playing set for stun. Pretty weird. I'm gonna just move back. Oh, if he doesn't activate, I could kill that jet with the Jawa maybe, or even I really don't. I want to use Greedo to kill the Riot. He actually is, I think, gonna block the Riot with his Blaze. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7 range. He misses. This is gonna put Blaze in a tough spot. He's telling me I'm lucky, but I mean, it's 7 range, and I have a built-in evade. Like, my black die didn't even do anything. I'm not sure what he expected to roll. It's really hard to get 7 range. I mean, he actually rolled really good. He would have had to have a perfect roll to do anything. He's starting to get a little tilted here. I am not exactly sure what to do about this. I mean, um, um, I mean, he. Um, this game has kind of devolved. ICO is on tilt, unfortunately. I mean, I get it on tilt sometimes too. It's really tough to lose. Especially when he hasn't taken any of my figures. Honestly, he should have activated his blue riots at the beginning of the round to kill my sentry, or at least try to, because now these blues are out of position. Um, and then he activated his single A jet instead of activating his Bs, although it didn't matter because his Bs survived. And now he's activating Blaze instead of his Bs, so he's giving me a chance to kill B1 before he activates. So, ICO, if you're watching this stream, um, these are the types of things you can do to get better. You have to activate your biggest groups first, round 2. And you have to try to kill things that haven't activated yet. Taking these long range shots at IG to see my 2 command cards in my hand with an interrogate, or I'm not exactly even sure what he's trying to accomplish here, because Blaze is not a long range attacker. Rolling 7 range with Blaze is really, really difficult. He rolls green, blue, green, yellow, yellow. Yellow, the max range is 2, the average range is 1, so he's above average on the yellow die. I think the average range of a green die is like 1.7 or so he's above average on the green die and he's still missed. Um, there's only Uh, so there's two results on here that would have gotten him the range, and there's um, one result on the green that would have gotten him the range. I think I mean it's tough to go back and watch your losses, but I think that's honestly one of the best things you can do to get better at the game because it makes it very clear what your mistakes are. Um, it's also hard though to hear somebody talk about you making mistakes. Um, and I'm not a perfect player either. I make mistakes. This is the second time I've used this list. I would say since the first time I understand how to use it a lot better. Although I still did leave my sentry up here to maybe die. I was hoping to draw Call the Vanguard or Negation, which turns out they were within the next couple cards. Um, all right, well that's gonna do it for that match. Uh, let's try to get into another game. If we can't get into another game, we're gonna work on building a list. Looks like there's not very many people. There's a couple people on. Looks like these guys just started, so I could stream this game. I've been streaming a lot of my own games. It's actually, I think it makes it a lot harder to play if you're also streaming. Or maybe it's just that I need to get used to it, but I know in a couple of the games I've streamed, I've definitely missed some plays. Uh, this list that Faco is running is it's reminiscent of some of the top lists at Worlds. Shyla was heavily featured at Worlds. She was in the finals. She actually won. Shyla also was in my list in top 4. Okay, so we do have a player. So interesting to see if this kind of older list holds up against this new Han list. Han is the only figure on the table that has changed since Worlds. All right, so I'm going to pause the stream for a second just to separate these into 2 different videos. So I'll be right back.